A very good morning to all guests, delegates and respected senior professors. On behalf of Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering of GNI, a very warm welcome to all of you on the inaugural session of 9th International Conference on Innovations in Electronics and Communication Engineering 2021, a virtual conference ICIECE 2021. Myself, Dr. Harpreet Kaur, Associate Professor at GNITC.
I, Manpreet Kaur, Assistant Professor, EC Department, Guru Nanak Institution's Technical Campus. I would like to invite Dr. Mohammad Rashid Mahmood, the convener of the ICIECE 2021 and Professor EC Department, Guru Nanak Institution's Technical Campus, to give an introductory speech.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is a moment of extreme pleasure to welcome the guests and participants of 9th International Conference on Innovation in Electronics and Communication Engineering, ICIECE 2021. This conference is organized by the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, Guru Nanak Institution's Technical Campus, Hyderabad, India. This is the 9th edition of this conference series, and since the last 5 years, it has been supported by Springer Nature. On behalf of organizing committee, I would like to offer my regards to the patron of the conference, Sardar Gagandeep Singh Kohli, Vice Chairman, Guru Nanak Institutions, Hyderabad. Thank you, sir, for gracing the conference. I am honored to welcome our conference chair, Dr. H.S. Saini, Managing Director, Guru Nanak Institutions. We would feel glad to have your presence. Thank you, sir. I offer my regards to the chief guest, Dr. Milan Simic, Professor, School of Engineering, RMIT University, Melbourne, Australia. Your presence will be an asset to the event. Thank you so much, sir. I take an immense pleasure to welcome our guest of honor, Dr. M. Madhvilata, Professor, Jawaharlal Nehru Technological University, Hyderabad. Thank you, madam, for accepting our invitation and joining us in spite of your busy schedule. I would like to welcome our guest of honor, Dr. Xavier Fernando, Professor, Ryerson University, Toronto, Canada. Thank you so much, sir, for accepting our invitation and joining us. I would also like to welcome our guest, Dr. Yu Dong Zhang, Professor, University of Leicester, UK. We are grateful to you for accepting our invitation and becoming a guest of honor of this event. I am delighted to welcome our conference co-chair, Dr. M. Ramalinga Reddy, Director, Guru Nanak Institution Technical Campus. We are grateful to you for being a part of this event. It's great pleasure to welcome our member of steering committee, Dr. S. Srinath Reddy, Principal, Guru Nanak Institute of Technology, Hyderabad. Thank you, sir, for gracing the event. I'm extremely delighted to welcome our conference co-chair, Dr. R.K. Singh, Associate Director, Guru Nanak Institution's Technical Campus. Thank you, sir. I am grateful to all delegates and participants who join us to share their knowledge. This conference brings together experts and academicians around the world. This platform will lead to the exchange of ideas and discussion in the field of electronics and communication engineering. We believe that our diverse and dynamic group of speakers and panelists provide in-depth insight as well as actionable and practical tools to brainstorm, discover new ideas and skills. I am sure this event will have a fruitful and rewarding exchange of ideas in the next 2 days. I wish you every success with this conference and look forward to learning about the outcome. Once again, I welcome you all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for a warm welcome. Now I would like to invite ICIECE 2021 Conference Co-Chair, Dr. R.K. Singh, Associate Director, GNITC, Hyderabad. He is a alumni REC, now it's known as MNIT Jaipur. He did his MTech in Communication Engineering from IIT Bombay and did PhD from Geetam University, Visakhapatnam, with the specialization in the radar signal processing. Dr. R.K. Singh has served Indian Army in the Corps of Electronics and Mechanical Engineering for 21 years before hanging his uniform as a Lieutenant Colonel. He has rich industrial experience as Army officer in managing workshop and has teaching faculty for more than 6 years while in his service. He started his career as a teaching assistant at MNIT Jaipur for 1 year before joining the Indian Army. As a professor, he served for more than 17 years after the premature retirement from the Army service. He served as HOD, Vice Principal, as well as Principal for various engineering colleges. He has handed over hand-on experience on high-tech electronic equipments and has done many courses on the radar and signal processing. He has published several papers on microstrip antenna, VLSI and radar signal processing in many national as well as international journals and conferences. He served as an editor for the Scopus Indexed Springer Lecture Note. Dr. Singh also editor of the Journal of Innovation in Electronics and Communication published by GNI. Now I invite Dr. R.K. Singh to give the conference report of ICIECE 2021.
Morning everybody. I welcome everybody to International Conference in Electronics and Communication Engineering 2021. This is the 9th conference in series. We started this conference somewhere around 2012, and since then we are holding this conference every year. First time we are going online with the conference, and since last 5 years conference proceedings are being published in Springer lecture note series, and since last 4 years they have been upgraded to Scopus category. First of all, when we start the conference, we start calling for papers, and almost over a period of 2 to 3 months we do campaigning for papers, and all the papers which are received are checked for the plagiarism with authenticated software. Moment the plagiarism is less than 7 to 8%, we accept the paper, and that too we keep notifying the authors that plagiarism has to be reduced. For papers with higher plagiarism, sometimes over 30 we reject, and many times we send it back to the authors to again bring it down to as low as 7 to 8. The papers are then subjected to 2 blind reviews from outside professors who are there all over India, who are on our panel as reviewing professors, and 1 internal review is also done in case we don't receive the review reports by external professors in time. We do consider our internal review, but that too internal reviews. For internal reviews we have eminent professors of our own department who are doctorates and who have an experience of reviewing papers for more than 3 to 4 years. Every year almost 300 to 400 papers are being received, and all these papers, about around 60 to 70 papers are selected for Springer. This year also we have received 300 papers, as the conference is online, with more than 25 papers received from foreign countries. Eminent researchers from all over the globe have now been called for keynote speaker, and during the inaugural they will be giving a small talk to all of us, and then they will have their keynote session as the time comes by. Due to COVID-19 problems, we are not calling the authors to come to the campus and present. They are doing it online, and because of that we could not hold the pre-conference tutorials. As far as the conference sessions are concerned, we have 5 parallel sessions going on, all chaired by very eminent professors from all over India. And since the conference is online, we have the liberty of inviting very eminent people from all over the country, as well as 2 professors from abroad for session chairs. Almost the rejection rate this time has been 70% for Springer, as more than 300 papers have been received and only 60 papers are being sent for Springer. Rest papers will be presented in conference. A very strong, dedicated team has been working for the conference for last 6 months. From the day we announced the conference, doing campaigning all over India and abroad, tying up with Springer, focusing on funding, printing the banners and the brochures, and again, a strong team of reviewers focusing on the review part so that this time the conference takes another leap into the world of technology, and this being a platform which is being shared by technicians, researchers, our eminent professors, and this platform I feel should be used by everybody to do a very eminent task of innovations in electronics and communication, to bring out the innovations to the world. In our list, as already discussed by my convener, we have Dr. Milan Simic, Dr. Madhavi Lata, who is a professor from JNTU. We have Professor Xavier Fernando from Canada and Professor Yung Dong Zhang from United Kingdom. Since last 11 years, we are busy with this part of the conference, bringing it out every year. Last year we could not have it due to the pandemic, and this is now the 9th conference. Apart from this, we have also done one national conference and one international conference on VLSI and software. So I hope everybody will enjoy this conference, learn from the conference, and develop its own scheme of thoughts, his own future plans, what he has to execute. And this is very essential for professors. Like we all say, teaching is only 30% of the job which you do. Rest all is your research work, your paper presentations, your journal papers, and that is what we are concentrating on through this conference. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Now I take the opportunity to introduce the patron of the conference, Sardar Gagandeep Singh Kohli, Vice Chairman of Guru Nanak Institution. He is the born leader, eminent entrepreneur and successful educationalist. He works under strong principle of believe, achieve and succeed. He has contributed towards the vision of his father, Sardar Tavinder Singh Kohli, founder and chairman of Guru Nanak Institutions, for the youth to excel in the fields of engineering, industry, management and pharmacy. He is an exceptionally talented, creative and intellectual person. He has a master's degrees from Queen Mary and Westfield College of London, United Kingdom. He is deeply involved in various activities of Guru Nanak Education Society, providing strategic support and valuable inputs to steer Guru Nanak institutions to greater heights. Under his dynamic leadership, GNI is further reinforcing its status as an institution of eminence in India and beyond. Now I take an immense pleasure to invite Sardar Gagandeep Singh Kohli to address the conference.
Namaskar, I am Gagandeep Singh Kohli. Would like to welcome you all to our virtual conference. I hope you all are doing very fine and everybody is fine in your family during these pandemic times. I take this opportunity to welcome you all once again, welcome the keynote speakers to the International Conference of Innovation in ECE. I would like to congratulate my Department of Electronics for having planned this conference and hosting it for the 9th year in a row. Since the conference papers are being published in Springer Lecture Notes, Scoopers, the conference has now gained popularity and has got its presence felt in all the states of India, as well as more than 15 countries in the world. Though the conference is online this year, receiving more than 300 papers in this time of pandemic of COVID is very satisfying. I am thankful to the chief guest, Professor Milan Simic from Australia, our guest of honor, Professor Xavier Fernando from Toronto, Canada, and Professor Yu Dong from United Kingdom, for joining us from the other parts of the world. I must also thank our mentor and coordinator, Dr. M. Madhavi Lata, Director Academic Planning from JNTU Hyderabad for being our guest of honor and being a constant source of inspiration to all of us at GNI. I'm sure this conference will be an excellent platform for young researchers, academicians, technocrats to share their research findings and bring in a new dimension in the communication field. I congratulate the authors in advance whose papers are going to be accepted by Springer, whereas the other papers would be published in our journal of ECE and the remaining others presented in the conference. I am very happy to note that more than 20 states in India are being represented by the researchers by submitting their papers in this conference. So with this, I welcome you all, wish you all the very best, and wish our department a very fruitful and successful conference. Thank you all for joining us online. Best wishes always. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your motivational words. It is my pleasure for me to introduce Dr. H.S. Saini, Conference Chair and MD of GNI Hyderabad. He has obtained his PhD degree in the field of computer science. He has over 27 years of experience at university as well as college level for UG as well as PG students. He is a founder and chief editor of Journal of Innovations in CSC, EC as well as IT. He was awarded as an Eminent Academia Award by the Indus Foundation. He also monitored many startup projects in Telangana. He is a key member of NBA as well as NAC Expert Committee. His research areas are fuzzy system, AI and web technologies. He established industry academia collaboration, foreign university collaboration and the Center of Excellence in Cutting Edge Technologies. He has published and presented more than 54 high quality research papers in national as well as international conferences, symposium and journals. He is the author of 8 books and he is also a fellow member of Computer Science of India and Institutions of Engineering. Now I would like to invite Dr. H.S. Saini to address the conference ICIECE 2021.
Very good morning one and all. Professor Dr. Milan Simic, Dr. Madhvilata Garu, Professor Xavier Fernando, Professor Yu Dong Zhang, my directors, my colleagues from Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, faculty members, students of GNI, distinguished speakers, keynote speakers, session chairs, delegates, press and media personnel, I, on behalf of Guru Nanak Institutions, extend my heartily welcome to you all to this international conference. It's a privilege to say that this is an event which we do every year, and it's a tradition of GNI. We organize an international event in electronics and communication engineering every year. We compile the research, publish proceedings with Springer. We publish international journal every year. My team at Guru Nanak Institutions, they remain dedicated to this task whole year by inviting research papers from across the globe. This time we have received more than 300 contributions and 67 papers are being sent to Springer for publishing. After thorough review, our team during the pandemic has explored all the possibilities and best practices to organize this event. And I'm sure with the help of the chief guest, Dr. Milan Simic, and all other guides, Dr. Madhvilata Garu, Professor Xavier Fernando, Professor Yu Dong Jiang, and other session chairs and delegates, this conference is going to be a grand success. I appreciate the organizers and the hard work being put in by them to give the best to make the conference better than ever before. Let me mention here, the contribution is gradually improving. Every year we see increase in the research papers, not in terms of numbers only, but also in the quality. So the team of organizer also is increasing every year, and this has created an opportunity for our young faculty members and students to learn from the conference, to go through the latest research and participate in the conference as speakers as well. So I thank all of you. Also I thank the management for providing the opportunity. I wish the conference a grand success. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. It is my pleasure to introduce the co-chair of the conference, Dr. M. Ramalinga Reddy, Director, Guru Nanak Institution's Technical Campus. He graduated in Mechanical Engineering from Osmania University, Hyderabad in the year 1993. He obtained his doctoral degree from Osmania University, Hyderabad in the year 2009. He served in IAF for 15 years and has been a principal in various educational institutions including CMR College of Engineering and Technology, Hyderabad. He has 18 research publications in national and international conferences, journals to his credit. He is pragmatic in his approach and has steered the academic endeavors of the institution's organizations. He inspired scores of batches with his exuberant teaching and communication skills. Now I request Dr. M. Ramalinga Reddy, sir, to address the conference.
Our beloved Vice Chairman Sardar Gagandeep Singh Kohli, our visionary Managing Director Dr. H.S. Saini, Dr. Madhavi Lata from JNTU Hyderabad, other dignitaries from within the country and from abroad who accepted our invitation to bless this particular occasion of international conference by ECE departments of both the GNITC and GNI, my colleagues of GNI, and more importantly the delegates who are going to present their papers and the findings in this particular two-day event of international conference being organized by Guru Nanak Institutions. Guru Nanak Institutions has an envious culture of conducting international conference every year, and this is all the more needed today. The science, engineering and technology, they are all racing. There is all the more need for new findings in every aspect of science, engineering and technology to find new things, new discoveries which will help the humanity to make their lives more comfortable on this face of the earth. That is the reason this particular journey of innovations must continue in every field. That is the reason why Guru Nanak Institutions has a culture of conducting international conference, not by electronics department alone, by every department. We do conduct such conferences every year by every department. But unfortunately for the last nearly 1.5 years or 2 years or so, the outbreak of corona has somehow not permitted these conferences to take place in physical mode. However, our spirit of conducting such international conference has not been deterred by the outbreak of corona. That is the reason we have philosophized to see that this conference takes place, of course, if not in offline mode, but in online mode. That is the reason we conceptualized this particular international conference of 2 days by Guru Nanak Institutions, specifically by Electronics and Communication Engineering departments of both GNITC and GNI to be conducted for the 2 days, so that there is a healthy platform for all the stakeholders like researchers, academicians, industrialists, student community, faculty members to share their new findings, new research findings and new innovations, and that is going to help not the students alone but the faculty and the research at the larger scale. And that is the reason I will be failing in my duty if I do not congratulate the entire team under Dr. R.K. Singh, who have put in very strenuous efforts to make this particular international conference a very successful one and materialized to this grand scale. That's how I once more congratulate the entire team. At the same time, I really thank my management for having supported in every aspect, maybe financially, maybe materially, to see that this particular event becomes a reality. And finally, I wish a very good luck and very good time for all the stakeholders, maybe academicians, maybe researchers, maybe students, maybe faculty members, maybe industrialists who contributed their research findings and innovative papers to be presented in this particular conference. Let me once more wish them very good time in this conference. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable message. It's my pleasure to introduce our steering committee member of Conference ICIECE 2021, Dr. Srinath Reddy, Principal of GNIT. He obtained his B.Tech and M.Tech degree in Mechanical Engineering from JNTU Hyderabad and PhD from JNTU Anandpur. He held various administrative posts. He has been awarded with many national awards like Bharat Vidya Shromani Award, a Certificate of Education Excellence for Outstanding Achievements, Glory of Education of Excellence Award, Best Academia Administrator Award, Academy Award for Excellence at International Conference on Computational Method in Engineering and Sciences. He is a chairperson to many international seminars as well as the national conferences and seminars. He is an editorial board member of many international journals. He is an editor-in-chief for International Journal of Science and Engineering Technology. He is a member of expert committee and advisory board for several international conferences as well as the seminars. Now I invite Dr. Srinath Reddy sir to address the conference.
Good morning to one and all. As a principal of Guru Nanak Institute of Technology and on behalf of organizing committee, I am delighted to welcome today's our distinguished chief guest, Dr. Milan Simic, School of Engineering, RMIT University from Australia. Our honorable guest of honor, Dr. M. Madhavilata Garu, Director of Academics and Planning and Professor in ECE from Jawaharlal Nehru Technological University, Hyderabad. And respected guest of honor, Professor Yu Dong Chang, School of Informatics, University of Leicester from UK. Our guest of honor, Professor Javier Fernando, Professor and Director, Redson Communication Lab, Toronto from Canada. Our honorable Vice Chairman, Sardar G.S. Kohli Garu, and the conference chair, our beloved Managing Director, Dr. H.S. Saini Garu, my colleague, Director for Technical Campus, Dr. M. Ramlingareddy Garu, and conveners, co-conveners, coordinators and co-coordinators, deans, HODs and the staff members from GNI. I am delighted to welcome for all this occasion, and my dear participants, a warm welcome to you all for this auspicious occasion for inauguration of International Conference on Innovations in Electronics and Communication Engineering, that is ICIECE 2021. I once again welcome you all for this conference through online and conference mode. This is the 9th International Conference organizing in Guru Nanak institutions, that is ICIECE 2021. I am very much delighted to welcome the academicians, research scholars and other participants to the 9th International Conference on Innovations in Electronics and Communication Engineering, being hosted by EC Department of GNI in virtual or online mode on 13th and 14th August 2021. ICIECE 2021 serves as an excellent forum to explore the role of innovative technologies in electronics and communication engineering. I place on records with appreciation the hard work, involvement and the effort taken by the team of staff in organizing this conference. In this connection, I convey my best wishes to the conference team for their laudable effort and also wish all the participants a big success. Thank you to all.
Thank you, sir. It's my pleasure to introduce our guest of honor, Dr. M. Madhavilata. She did her BTech from NU and MTech as well as PhD from JNTU. She has more than 24 years of teaching experience and 4 years of industrial experience. Currently, she is working as a professor in EC department and Director of Innovation Technologies, JNTUH. She has established the first digital signal processing laboratory under AICTE TAP project, and she also got support from the Texas Instruments, Austin, USA. She has established first center of excellence in VLSI and embedded system in the EC department and also coordinator of the same. She has published 175 papers in national as well as in international journals and conferences. She coordinated 20 UGC and JNTU refresher courses, workshops in the field of VLSI, signal and image processing and community services. She has guided 16 scholars, 4 have already submitted PhD work and 4 are in progress. She worked as a first woman officer in charge. She held the first position of Chairman of Women in Engineering Society, IEEE Hyderabad section, conducted by the Women Student Conference 2008. She was the member and board of studies of EIE, BME, ETM, ICE Group Board. She is a member of board of studies of EC, ETM Group and proposed MATLAB simulation, DSP laboratory and ECAD and VLSI laboratories and many other subjects. She is a member of AICTE Inspection Committee, is the chairman of JNTU FFC, governing body member of the several JNTU affiliated colleges. She is a visiting faculty of IIT Hyderabad during 2002 to 2003. She is an expert member of selection committee of UGC, UPSC, APPSC, DRDO, NRSC, KU, IC, FAI University and many other affiliated colleges. She is an expert member of various international conferences. She served as a design contest chair for VLSI conference. She received AICTE MODROP project of ₹8 lakhs for communication lab during the 2012. The department received FIST project for 55 lakhs in November 2012 due to the MAM. She is a recipient of Best Teacher Award in 2013 by the Andhra Pradesh government. She conducted successfully EAMCET 2014 as a co-convener and AP Forest Department Recruitment Test 2014 as a convener. She is a convener of e-learning solution and two-way HD delivery mechanism for teachers and students project at JNTU. She was also selected by the Department of State and Bureau of CA and IIE for Education USA Leadership Institution. Now I would like to invite Dr. M. Madhvilata to address the conference.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. So it's my honor to be a part of this international conference on innovations on electronics and communication engineering, which is scheduled from 13th to 14th of August 2021 by the Guru Nanak Institutions Technical Campus, which is an autonomous institution. I thank for giving me this opportunity, the patron of the conference, Sri Sardar Gagandeep Singh Kohli, the Vice Chairman of Guru Nanak Institutions, and the conference chair, Dr. H.S. Saini, and the other guest of honors, Professor Xavier Fernando, Professor Yu Dong Jong, Chief Guest Dr. Milan Simic, Dr. M. Lamringa Reddy, the Director of Guru Nanak Institute of Technical Campus, and other dignitaries that are present during this conference, the students and the invitees, the resource persons, the judges, the participants who are going to publish and present their papers during this conference. So, as per the data submitted by the conveners and other members, I came to know that nearly 300 conference papers were received, and out of that, after careful scrutiny and evaluation by the concerned people, only 50% of the papers were selected for presentations in conference proceedings, and presentation to present in Springer journals and present in Journal of Innovations on Electronics and Communication Engineering. Also, I came to know that nearly from 6 countries like Oman, Saudi Arabia, Nigeria, Bangladesh, and Malaysia, Africa, etc., the papers are received, and I congratulate all the presenters who have submitted the papers for this international conference. And we have seen that there are number of tracks identified which are in signal processing and signal and image processing areas, communications, machine learning, embedded systems, VLSI, and power grids also. And also computers related papers are also received, and the papers are selected for each track of the areas, and I congratulate all the members whose papers are selected during this conference. So since years I am associated with this Guru Nanak Institute of Technical Campus. They are doing these conferences at regular intervals without any break, and I congratulate the entire team of Guru Nanak Institute of Technical Campus for organizing and also conducting this such international conference for the benefit of the researchers and the faculty who are pursuing and also publish their papers in the international conference. Definitely it gives an immense experience for all the participants, say, to interact with other peer group and take the suggestions from the resource persons. And once again, I congratulate and I thank the authorities for giving this opportunity. Thank you so much.
Thank you, madam, for your valuable words. It's my pleasure to introduce our guest of honor, Professor Xavier Fernando. He is a professor at Ryerson University, Toronto, Canada. He has co-authored over 200 research articles, 3 books, and holds 5 patents. He is the director of Ryerson Communications Lab that has received total research funding over $3.2 million since 2008 from industry and government. He is an associate editor for the IEEE IoT journal, IEEE Consumer Technology magazine. He was an IEEE Communication Society distinguished lecturer and delivered over 60 invited talks all over the world. He has chaired the IEEE Toronto section 2012 to 2013 and IEEE Canada Central Area 2016 to 2017, serving the IEEE Region 7 board. Currently, he serves as the IEEE Canada Region 7 Vitality Coordinator. His work has won 30 awards and prizes so far, including number of IEEE awards, Professional Engineers Ontario Award in 2016, IEEE Microwave Theory and Technique Society Prize in 2010, Son of Symposium Prize in 2009, Opto Canada Best Poster Prize in 2003, and CCEC Best Paper Prize in 2001. Ryerson University nominated him for the Top 25 Canadian Immigrants Award in 2012, in which he was a finalist. He has been in the organizing, steering, and technical program committees of numerous conferences and journals. He was the journal chair for various IEEE international conferences. He was a member of Board of Governance of Ryerson University during 2011 to 2012. He is a program evaluator for ABET USA. He was a visiting scholar at the Institute of Advanced Telecommunications, IIT UK in 2008 and MapNet Fellow visiting Aston University UK in 2014. Now, I request Professor Fernando to address the conference.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Xavier Fernando. And today it is my great pleasure to address this wonderful audience during the inauguration ceremony of ICIECE. Information and communication technologies, or otherwise known as ICT, have been changing the way we live. The changes are very significant in recent times. Social media has become a part of our lives and goes way beyond being a fun accessory. It plays a key role in unraveling people's power and creating collective opinions. The difference between computers, phones, cameras, televisions, audio players, and even the bank machine is diminishing. As a single device can perform all these tasks and much more. Our kids use more the devices, iPhones, iPads, iPods, all these devices than toys. Photonic and radio technologies jointly enable anytime, anywhere, broadband wireless connectivity. Modern wireless technologies provide numerous seamless services, from receiving images, video, and tweets from the deep space to providing communication and tracking even in underground. Internet of Things, or otherwise known as IoT, is expanding rapidly. The world is increasingly populated with sensors and connected devices that automatically communicate, make decisions, and perform complex tasks. The power grid is getting smarter, self-healing, and more resilient. Autonomous electric cars will soon become a common thing, receiving and redelivering electricity to the grid. Our homes will soon generate their own energy and be more interactive. However, there are a few other issues with ICT as well. For example, too much reliance on ICT and automation, in fact, could cause trouble when things malfunction. Management of complex systems and ensuring reliability is generally a demanding task. Privacy and security will always be an issue in a highly automated, society. Things could get very bad during natural and man-made disasters. On another aspect, the power consumption of ICT equipment is also rapidly increasing, and greener technologies needed to provide an energy sustainable ICT infrastructure. Realizing all these challenges, today, the 9th International Conference on Innovations in Electronics and Communication Engineering, otherwise known as ICICE 2021, organized by the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, Guru Nanak Institutions, Hyderabad, India, has been functioning as an excellent forum for the researchers to present their state-of-the-art research outcomes and to interact with each other to address the various challenges in the realms of ICT implementation. And I am very pleased to participate in the 9th ICICE as a keynote speaker. Thank you very much and wish you all a very successful conference.
Thank you, sir. It's my pleasure to introduce our next guest of honor, Professor Yu Dong Zhang. He worked as a postdoc from 2010 to 2012 with the Columbia University, USA. He is an assistant research scientist from 2012 to 2013 with the Research Foundation of Mental Hygiene, USA. He served as a full professor from 2013 to 2017 with Zing Normal University. Now he served as a professor with the School of Informatics, University of Leicester, UK. His research area includes the deep learning and medical image analysis. He is a fellow of IET, senior member of IEEE, IES and ACM. He was included in the most cited Chinese researcher by the Elsewhere. He was the 2019 recipient of Web of Science highly cited researcher. He won AMLET Citation of the Excellence 2017 and MDPI Top 10 Most Cited Papers in 2015. He is included in the top scientists in Guide to Research. He is the author of over 300 review articles, including more than the 40 ESCI highly cited papers and 4 ESCI hot papers. His citation has crossed over 9,000 in the Web of Science and 16,000 in the Google Scholar. He has conducted many successful industrial projects and academic grants from the NIH, Royal Society and British Columbia. Now I request Professor Zhang to address the conference.
Good morning, can you hear my voice? Okay, thank you, dear colleagues and friends. I take a great pride in welcoming all the attendees to the two-day 9th International Conference on Innovation in Electronics and Communication Engineering, ICIECE. This conference is organized by the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, the Guru Nanak Institution, Hyderabad, India. Allow me to thank the organizers for having brought us together in this beautiful city of Hyderabad to discuss one of the main current challenges worldwide in the field of electronics and communication engineering, the ECE. We are looking forward to an excellent meeting with excellent scientists from different countries worldwide and sharing new and exciting results in ECE. I'm one of the guest speakers in this conference from University of Leicester. That's a public research university based in Leicester, England. The main campus is south of the city center, adjacent to Victoria Park. You can see it from the bottom left side picture. The university ranked in the top 200. Actually is 166th in terms higher education, THE, the World University Ranking 2021 list. You can see from the top left picture, that's our administration building. The top right picture is our informatics building. It's a lovely 2-floor small buildings. The bottom right picture is our library. On behalf of our informatics department, I sincerely invite all our attendees, our students and staffs can have a visit to our University of Leicester in the near future. Thanks again for Professor Vikas Maheshwari for his organization work. And thanks for all, and thanks for our chairs, our TPCs.
Thank you, sir. It's my pleasure to introduce our chief guest, Dr. Milan Simic. He did PhD, Masters and Bachelor in Electronic Engineering from the University of NIS, Serbia. He has comprehensive experience from industry, research, institute and academia in Europe as well as in Australia. He has been awarded with various industry and academic awards for his research. Dr. Milan Simic is currently with School of Engineering, RMIT University, Melbourne, Australia, and he is serving at various positions at different universities. He is honorary editor of KES Journal. He is also an editor of International Transactions on Evolutionary and Meta-heuristic Algorithms. His research areas are mechatronics, automotive electronics, biomedical engineering, robotics, physical networks, information coding, green energy and autonomous systems, as well as in engineering management and in education. Now I request Professor Simic to address the conference.
Good morning, good day and good evening, dear all and respected all. Firstly, I would like to say thank you to ICIECE-2021 Organizing Committee, and especially to Professor Dr. Vikas Maheshwari for inviting me to this great conference. It is my honor and pleasure to talk to you now. This is today's 9th International Conference on Innovations in Electronics and Communication Engineering, ICIECE-2021. This conference is organized by the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, Guru Nanak Institutions, Hyderabad, India. Strong international collaboration, exchanging ideas and research breakthroughs through publications and conferences like this one is the only way to go into the future in science, technology and any other human activities. The whole world is now united in fighting an invisible enemy. World Health Organization, health organizations around the globe, scientists in medicine, biology, and all other disciplines are collaboratively working around the clock in order to protect mankind. Engineering, science, and technology play an important role in this common effort. We hope to win this battle very soon. Of course, there are many other world challenges and research areas. This is why 9th International Conference on Innovations in Electronics and Communication Engineering is organized, and the research areas covered are communication engineering, signal processing, embedding systems, Internet of Things, antennas, microwave, biomedical electronics, very large-scale integration. In the last century, I was also an electronics engineering student at the University of Serbia. In addition to electronics, I had operating systems and computer networking subjects. I was so happy when I learned that the Telnet protocol enables you to connect to a remote computer and start your own process, like you were physically present there. Process is something alive. Now, thanks to TCP/IP, we were able to transfer large number of activities online and continue without any interruption. I prefer to say online instead of virtual activities. Online is now a real business. We will have more time to talk and exchange ideas and other ideas during the conference. Finally, I am now sending you my best wishes for the success of the conference from Melbourne, Australia, from Belgrade, Serbia, and of course from Bhubaneswar, India. Thanks to TCP/IP, I belong everywhere, to all those places and universities, and I am happy and very proud of that. You can see and hear more about the research or my research at the keynote speech. Thanks and good luck.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable words. Now I request conference convener Dr. B. Kedarnath, HOD EC GNITC, to give away the vote of thanks.
A very warm morning to our respected chief guest, guest of honor, GNI management, sponsoring organizations, beloved faculty members, and all delegates gathered here. It is my pleasure to propose the vote of thanks for the astonishing virtual event and acknowledge the efforts of every individual that has made the honest effort in making the 9th International Conference ICIECE 2021 a huge success. I, Dr. B. Kedarnath, Professor and convener of this event, would like to express my hearty gratitude to Chairman Sardar Tavinder Singh Kohli for enhancing the grandeur of the event. Further, let me extend my sincere thanks to the Vice Chairman Sardar Gagandeep Singh Kohli for his unwavering support in all possible ways to organize this event. I would also like to thank Dr. H.S. Saini, Managing Director of GNI, for his novel ideas and prudent guidance throughout this event. On behalf of our entire management, here I would like to thank the Chief Guest, Dr. Milan Simic, School of Engineering, RMIT University, Australia, for accepting our invitation despite his busy schedule and gracing us with his virtual presence and enlightening us with his novel ideas. I also sincerely thank Guest of Honor Dr. Madhavi Lata, Director, Academic and Planning, JNTUH, for her well wishes and constant support throughout the series of ICIECE. I would further like to extend my thanks to Guest of Honor Dr. Xavier Fernando, Director, Rayon University, Toronto, Canada, for accepting our invitation and encouraging us with his insightful thoughts. I am also delighted to extend my sincere thanks to Professor Yu Dong Jang for his insights and motivating the participant with his speech. Further, I would like to give a big thanks to the publishers of Springer for becoming a platform which makes individual knowledge available to the tech enthusiasts worldwide. I would like to extend my sincere gratitude to Professor K. Narasimha Reddy, Vice Chancellor JNTUH, and Dr. M. Manzoor Hussain, Registrar JNTUH, for their good wishes to this conference. Further, I would like to acknowledge the overwhelming support and the trust by the worthy authors for believing in our credibility and continuing to present their papers. We hope to count on the same in all our future endeavors. Hope you will enjoy these 2 days. Thank you, one and all. Thanks a lot.
Hello, I am Prashant. I am from Mumbai. I am a student pursuing my BTech first year in CSC department at Guru Nanak Institutions. When I was in search of engineering colleges to join, I researched a lot in order to study in the best college. In this process, I found many interesting facts about Guru Nanak Institutions. And without any delay, I joined the college with the feeling of contentment. Our college is an autonomous institution with NBA, NAC A+ accreditation. GNI has 13 Center of Excellence including Big Data, IoT, 3D printing, solar applications, robotics, etc. Our college has library facility with access to large number of books, technical journals and e-books. GNI has the finest team of experienced faculty with doctorates in various fields, is the biggest assist to the academic future of a student. My career is secured with GNI. I feel really blessed to be a part of GNI family. GNI is the best destination for the students who dreams a bright career. Thank you.
My name is Shalini Mishra and I am on Nepali National. I am currently studying in final years in CSC department and I am very proud to say that I got placed in my 4-1 in a very good and esteemed company, that is IBM. I would like to thank the training and placement department of my college, and I would also like to thank GNI management for providing me such a good opportunity. Thank you.
নমস্কাৰ, মোৰ নাম ৰীনা পাৰবিন। মই অসমৰ বঙাইগাঁও জিলাৰ পৰা হয়। বৰ্তমান মই গুৰু নানক ইনষ্টিটিউচনত বি ফাৰ্মাচী কৰি আছোঁ। এজনী ছাত্ৰী হিচাপে মই ভাবোঁ যে জিএনআই আমাক জ্ঞান প্ৰদান কৰাৰ লগতে বিভিন্ন ধৰণৰ অনুষ্ঠান আয়োজন কৰি আমাক বিভিন্ন বস্তু জ্ঞান আহৰণ কৰাইছে। জিএনআই এখন বিখ্যাত ইনষ্টিটিউচন য'ত 10,000ৰ ওপৰত বিভিন্ন দেশ আৰু ৰাজ্যৰ পৰা ছাত্ৰ-ছাত্ৰীয়ে অধ্যয়ন কৰি আছে। তাৰ ভিতৰত সুদান, সাউথ সুদান, আফগানিস্তান আদি। জিএনআই তেলেংগানা জিলাৰ প্ৰথম ইনষ্টিটিউচন যিয়ে নেক A+ ইঞ্জিনিয়াৰিং ইনষ্টিটিউচন হিচাপে স্বীকৃতিপ্ৰাপ্ত কৰিছে। ইয়াত ছাত্ৰ-ছাত্ৰীবোৰক বিভিন্ন ধৰণৰ টেকনিক শিকোৱাৰ বাবে এডপ্টৰ আৰম্ভ কৰা হৈছে। জিএনআই তেলেংগানা জিলাৰ প্ৰথম ইনষ্টিটিউচন য'ত এডপ IoTৰ নিচিনা টেকনিকৰ অধ্যয়ন কৰোৱা হয়। ইয়াৰ উপৰিও জিএনআইয়ে ছাত্ৰ-ছাত্ৰীৰ বাবে বিভিন্ন ধৰণৰ সুবিধা প্ৰদান কৰিছে, যেনে ল'ৰা-ছোৱালীৰ বাবে বেলেগ বেলেগ হোষ্টেলৰ সুবিধা, খোৱা বোৱাৰ বাবে কেণ্টিনৰ সুবিধা, লাইব্ৰেৰী, ফ্ৰী ৱাইফাই আদি। ইয়াৰ উপৰিও জিএনআই এখন ৰেগিং ফ্ৰী ইনষ্টিটিউচন আৰু ইয়াৰে শিক্ষক দক্ষতাবোৰ খুবেই। এজনী জিএনআইৰ ছাত্ৰী হিচাপে মই ক'বলৈ বিচাৰোঁ যে জিএনআইয়ে আমাক এখন ঘৰৰ দৰে পৰিৱেশ দিছে। সেইবাবে এইখন ইনষ্টিটিউচনৰ ছাত্ৰী হৈ মই নিজকে বহুত গৰ্ব অনুভৱ কৰোঁ। ধন্যবাদ।